Gotta love whenever Sunday drives turn into machinery checks. It's one of them things that just becomes a total complete natural given whenever you're married to a farmer. That your Sunday afternoons, whenever you go out, we family run always has to involve some sort of a stock check, or in our case, we're doing a machinery check. And what you hear in the background is these three trying to play football. But I just thought that I suppose we would bring you with us and kind of show you all the stuff. Showed it to you last year, but I'll say the same as I said then. Whenever you see all sort of sitting together under one roof, it is quite impressive, and you forget just how much of it that there actually is. You probably did see in the last video that our yard is very, very empty looking. There isn't much machinery in it, so yeah. What's happening up here? This isn't everything. There's still loads of stuff missing.
A couple of things still back at the farm. Johnny and Craig and Alec have been up there for a couple of weeks up here now doing the service, and it's a good place under a roof, and they're kind of warm. So as for the tillers, the whole thing's lying up there. You get them. There's 3 deep. So they've done the brakes, doing the lights. Alec and, as I say, Alec, Craig and Johnny have been up for a couple of weeks, stripping all the axles, seeing what the brakes is like on them. To be fair, we've required a lot of brakes, new brake pads, so they get what they need. Get every light fixed, a couple of lights, and they've replaced all the lights, get them ready for the season 2024. So that's the drills, the 6 row, and then the 4 row. I'm hoping to maybe change the 4 row for another 6 row, because I think the maize is growing, so I think we're better to make a purchase and get another 6 row to go along with this one. And then the 2 maize headers, which you see everything's washed, cleaned, parked up under the roof. Kinda try and look after them. The price of the machinery now, we kinda need to kinda keep them right. We got this here last year, so the paddles in the front we believe is a great job for even for reseeding, even front of the drill. Kinda takes the heights off it, breaks it down. Pretty much as good as a level bar in some circumstances. A 30-foot rake behind her, which is this week's, I think they're at that this week. So she's 4 seasons old, if I remember right. I'll just check that. No, she's actually far older. She's actually 2016, so she's older than I thought, but she's still clean, good order, to be fair there. So all the trailers all lined up, the combine's header over there. The paddles are a great job. To be fair. And then we use the came driller at the end then for the roll on the barley, the cereals. So it's Alex. Plough we bought brand new last year. Robbie's combine, all kitted and fitted. The disco header. Around the other side of the disco header, that's the tanks. And then we have our 3 6-metre power harrows, all lumpkin. We like our lumpkin, can't complain about it at all. Seem to get good reliability off it. Seem to be easy enough driven. Not the heaviest either, like. You know, we've 7719s running it, like. You know, don't got she can cope with it, like, but you know, at a speed a lot more reduced than the bigger ones, you know. So we've also fitted it with the, I don't know actually the proper name for that roiler. It's a lot more expensive. That's all we can say. But the difference is made is that's the older existing one there. Unbelievable how much of you are doing the likes of Lee ground or any ground really, as such that there might be a bit of weeds on it. That there's more inclined to bring the root structure back up with it. So maize was really the noticeable part of it. So say if you had a lot of weeds and you ploughed it down, if you power hard behind this, you got a lovely dusting of clay at the top of the surface. That brought all the roots back up the top again. Unbelievable the difference in the two rollers. So it was. So that's them three there with the lighting kit on it, and then we only got that there recently there. So we did. Looking forward to that this year now, to be fair there. Full isobos, full spec really as such. Section control cut off, the whole works. Believe it's going to be a good benefit for everything, for the customer, for sales, for as in the amount of sprays that you put on. No overlap. Section control will cut off. You know, she's 27 meters, so front tank holds 1600 liters. The rear tank holds I think the rear tank, I know she's kitted for 2000 liters, the rear, but then I think with the H2O tank you can hold a further 400 liters for your washout. So roughly the whole rig will be 4000 liters. Lighting kit, as I say, she's isoboss. We think the isoboss is a great job. For one reason behind it is the tractors all have it on them now, you know. So why go out there and spend another, I don't know, £3,000-4,000 on the control unit for the sprayer when the tractor has it already? So in also doing that through the screens of the tractor, you're also saving, firstly you're saving the cost of the control unit, and secondly you also can make your gear stick functions on your tractors as configurable, that you can actually run the sprayer. So at the moment on the joystick, as you've seen in the rake, that's also isoboss, and her fertilizer is isoboss. You can actually control her, like, so say there in the Maize prime example, you have like your up and down lift on your gear stick. You can use it for up and down on your booms, and then any button at all controls the whole sprayer. So we like it. We're only going to be playing on it yesterday, to be fair, and even for the likes of folding on one boom at a time, if you're going around a poles or whatnot, she's no mean touch a button. So front tank sits on amazingly well. The actual frame of her is built right on it. So for the actual thinking that she's well forward, you know, she's actually, the linkage actually comes to about halfway. So you're only this and that in front, if that makes any sense. So about there in front, so no real difference sitting out in front than, I don't know, an average ton weight block as such. So she sits well on. Centre of gravity weight is built under the tractor more so than an overhang. And then the rear sprayer, then it's quite built on there as well, to be honest with you. You know, she's a neat rig. She's a neat rig, to be fair there. And there's the big vertistad drill, which will be probably out now in the springtime of the year. And then when we go through to the next shade,
Daddy, look what's fun.
yeah. So as I say, that's the big rake there as well. The 1370, the 1400s away getting the service. That's our old sprayer there. And then we have the, I think that's the, I'll soon see now with the exhaust. That's the 1180. And the big aim. And then our 3-meter Limpkin drill. Chrissy's plough. The 880, the 700. The 870 mowers. I think in the back here. Aye, that's the 870s. And the front mower, and then the B1000s will be probably behind that. Yep, B1000s is there. Front mower on the drag, liking it to be fair now. You know, she's the pull effect rather than the push effect, so we are liking that. B1000s, as I say, we've actually went the full iso, like even these mowers are isoboss. Hey, at the end of the day, the machinery's so expensive now. If you can cut out a couple of £1,000 for a control box that your tractor already has on it, you know, to me it's a no-brainer. So, as I say, the mowers, the rakes, the sprayers, the fertilizer sowers, all isoboss. So we are going that route. We do think it is a lot more economical, beneficial, and to be fair, as for problems wise, minimal, to be fair. 1370. So yeah, it's a good job.
So where is Where's everything else?
So we have an ore machinery shed down the road a bit as well. So that's where the new Holland combine is. A lot of machinery is actually still away getting serviced. So all the tankers, because they're still being used at home, they're all on the back of tractors working away the pipelines. All the equipment at the yard at the moment is the stuff that's being used. Anything that we're not using is still under the roof.
And where is the... What did I ask you? Is there any harvesters away to Maize yet?
None yet. They'll be starting now. So probably in the next week or two, they'll start taking a harvester and doing the work date and then changing it around. So time them we're all done. We'll be ready for cutting silage probably. And I would like to think late April, but it'll be probably mid-May probably.
If you follow me on TikTok or if you've been watching kind of any of the other earlier videos, you will have seen some sights of machinery. Yes, there's years that we go through periods where, you know, tractors do get very dirty, but everything just sort of seemed to be continually dirty last year. So everything has really like come up really well. To be fair to all the boys, they spent an awful long time, kind of November, December. It was just relentless washing. Did you wash much?
I can't say why. Well, I blew out my combine. Hey, nothing to what the rest of them washed, to be fair to them. They all did a good job, to be fair to them.
No, like even to be fair, some of the trailers.
Wash within an inch of their life.
Yeah, it was.
We would be big on their maintenance. I know contractors kind of get a. I know, maybe not all, but sometimes contractors get a sore touch because the machine's been heavily worked and they reckon that it's been used and abused. But I don't really see the case of it because, like, if a machine needs brakes, she gets brakes. Lights, she gets lights. You know.
But you have to, because I think like, well, we're I suppose at the stage now where whenever we get the phone call to go and do a job, that job has to be done there and then. There's no time for messing about, and I think that's kind of something that everybody's kind of come to learn about Northern Ireland, that your weather window is so short, and unless you take your chance when you get it, God only knows when your next chance to actually get anything done will be. So
well, we take this opportunity, like, yes, for the plant, a lot of boys ferry and slurry, you know, but whenever we start now slurry and now next month, everybody will be flat out at it. So our opportunities of service, and then like our window of slurry, we'll run straight into springtime, sowing, ploughing. You know, the boys will be away ploughing, we'll still be at slurry, and then next month from the ploughing done, we hook off pipelines. Like me and Craig will be hooking off pipelines, hooking straight on the maize drills. Johnny, we'll lose Johnny even earlier because he'll be away flat out sowing barley.
It's just a complete overlap the whole time.
It's always, it's not a matter of doing a couple of weeks and then stopping and then doing our maintenance work then. It's too late, you know, so like everything always overlaps. So you're literally just hooking off, hooking on. Thank goodness them boys will have everything kind of ready to rock as such whenever that time comes, which is a massive help. So really,
it is a massive peace of mind because I suppose, like, you know, you do know that it's just a case of, you know, sending a tractor up the road to go and get whatever they need. So like the sower or the sprayer or whatever it may be.
The ploughs, like, to be fair with them boys, they were actually considering maybe starting to sow. Well, they were, and maybe this rain's coming in that might hold the whole thing off. Like, but like as for the ploughs, whenever Chris and Alec have time, they'll hook on the ploughs automatically because they'll be all ready to go, whatever parts required. Like them boys will have the shares, points all changed, ready to rock and roll. Whatever day they decide to come up, hook them on, immediately go.
But like even like even last year, correct me if I'm wrong.
Tommy, get on here.
I think that there was stuff that was collected here and it just went straight to a silage field. You know, they maybe just went up, lifted trailers and went straight and started to lift the first cut.
We actually, even last year, wasn't it, we had 2 harvesters at a job, and then I think we had 400-500 acres they left that day.
That's right, and the third one was here, wasn't it?
The third one was here. It was just a matter of the farm was actually close to the area. They literally one of the boys dropped me off, jumped the 700, went straight out, and then we had the 3 harvesters immediately. Like, as for the likes of even everything's good to go. The only thing practically which hasn't been checked over will be the diesel. If they're going, that's really the only thing that actually isn't
And
ready to
that's
go field ready.
kind of minor detail.
A minor detail.
You can get that usually, but
So, to be fair, there massive benefits.
so yeah, everybody. Like if anybody's been in the yard, definitely since kind of the back end of the year, the yard is empty. Compared to what it usually is in the summertime, like there's absolutely nothing in the yard. And nobody can understand why, I suppose, there's such an effort made to, you know, to kind of house all the machinery and to kind of, but whenever you spend the time and the effort washing it and leaving them right, I suppose it is important, sort of. It's just what we do. We've done it for a long, long time. If anything can go in under our roof, it's in. If it's not needed, and in the immediate future, it'll be in a shed. So, yeah.
It works out very well. To be fair, the boys are very handy. To be fair, like you know, they enjoy doing that bit of screwing. You know,
To me, that is one thing you can honestly say about the boys that are working for us. You know, they all are very hands-on. None of them really would ever shy away from
getting their hands dirty.
and trying to, you know, get their tractor right, get their trailer right. You know, you see them lying underneath stuff back and forward, and you know, fair play to them. You know, they are all eager to learn.
It's great to have all the machinery running perfect. As they, it's as they should. Like you know, when you hook the machine on, the brakes, everything's like working. You know,
Well, it's like this. You know, you've said now for that's the second year in a row. If you ever had another year like that weather-wise, you wouldn't be doing contracting. And like the weather is just plays such a massive part in everything. So
the weather's everything.
You need to have the whole shebang
Ready to go.
ready to rock. And something that's going to break down the first run around the field is not. There's just no time for it here. So, yeah, that is why.
What do you think of a sprayer?
I suppose this is another thing that, you know, you've just had to supersize so you get home earlier. Yeah?
Yep.
They used to take.
Oh, we're home before it's dark.
This is what. Right, okay. Whenever they bought the 630, the big X630, this is the stuff that they were rhyming off to us, the wives. You know, we're buying a bigger harvester, we're buying a bigger rake, because then we'll get red up faster and then we'll get home earlier. That is the stuff that they used to try and spin us. It's a good job we are all very relaxed.
Well, we are kind of modernising it, making things not faster, but you know, make it more economical. You know, try and reduce, you know, overlap, trying to cut down the runs for water, like that outfit there with a low pressure, with a low volume nozzles. You know, you can restrict it right down to maybe do 90 acre with the one full. You know, look, it all works out better. No, it benefits the customers as it does ourselves. Now, of course, it comes quite expensive, but everything's expensive now, really. So, like, as for like the power harrows here.
I actually forgot we had 3.
We actually ran discs. We actually had a set of Hallador discs. Before that, we traded the disc cinnamon for more power harrow. We thought the discs were a good job, nothing wrong with the discs, but then we thought, you know, because of the Maize is becoming so popular, you know, the disc would have ran brilliantly in front of the one pass unit. Because the disc would have broke down the soil, lifted it up a bit, and then the power harrow would have made a nice seed bed, and then the drill. But then,
Yous are big men, but for like nearly over power harrowing, like power harrowing twice.
well, Maize requires very
powdery
fine soil.
grind.
No, with little compaction. So running up and down the field with a 3 metre power harrow, every run's a compaction. So if you done that twice, that's twice the compaction. You know, so the 6 metre was allowing us to overlap. It meant that it just slowed the whole thing down as well. So like, whenever we were going to do a job, the power harrows went in front, broke up the soil, and also lifted the stones. So rather than racing up and down the field to try and keep ahead of a drill or whatever, it meant that he can take his time, break down the soil more, overlap it, so he's cutting down compaction, And to be fair, they're a fantastic job. They really are. Great asset, like, to be fair to them.
Yous are big fans of Lemkin for all their kind of tillage kit, aren't you?
We love their power harrows, to be fair to them. Really happy with their power harrows and their 1 units and all. I think I know everybody do their own. We're happy with it. It works well for us.
I don't actually. I was getting a bit confused there. I thought there's 4 harvesters on here. There's not. There's 3. So this video last year was the video that we sort of dropped the bombshell that we were letting the 630 go. And the 880 was coming and staying for good. Have we any bombshells this year?
And harvesters?
Yeah.
No. Everything's the same.
Everything's the same.
Everything's the same. Sure, they're fresh. They're running 100%. So, no change, was not broken.
That's what they're going to tell the wives anyway. Do anybody else's husbands do that, or is it just ours? It's just a complete gobsmacked. Oh my goodness, where did that come from?
To be fair, we did tell you about the sprayers.
No, whenever they drove into the yard. I was sitting at the kitchen table yesterday and I said, is that you?
We did tell you that, like, that was ordered 2 years ago. Or last September or something.
It is a bit hard to keep up.
To be fair, I got the stage we actually forgot about it. I was like, your sprayer's ready, and we're like... That's right.
Oh, if you didn't laugh, you would cry. Right. That's enough of our Sunday tours today. The next time you see Adam, he will be doing it solo. He will be on his own. So
I don't know how that's going to turn out.
well, it'll be fine. You're just going to have to suck it up and get on with it. The reason why you're getting these videos to start with is because I lost a bet to him. So if he wants to keep them going, then he's going to have to pull his weight a wee bit because I'm just too busy.
Oh, and I'm not.
My back is broke carrying the operation.
Aye.
No, so
I'll
yeah.
do my best for you. I can use the drone or whatever to check the pipe.
Yeah,
in case if any leaks.
We need to go and
We need to go find out where the wee one is, because
figure out how to work that drone. Yes, but hope you enjoyed, and you will be seeing one of us at some stage in the near future. Be good.